Hey folks, this is Paul here from Devilskin. I'm the bass player, and man, we're totally looking forward to returning to Australia. I think it's our sixth or seventh time, but part of the Lagerfest tour, and of course the Froth and Fury gig as well. So man, just really excited to come back to Aussie.
Beautiful, Paul. Thanks for joining us today, brother.
Man, my pleasure, mate. You well?
Yeah, mate, I'm very good. Yourself?
Grooving? Yeah, yep. I'm excited. I'm
You
always
got
excited when we've got gigs like this booked up, and yeah, my favourite destination at the moment. So yeah, excited to be coming over.
Oh, and you Devilskin returned to Australia as part of the travelling Lagerfest show, starting in Auckland on November the 11th. Then you head to Christchurch, Brisbane, Sydney, and finish in Adelaide on November the 19th. Like, it is getting close now, mate. Like, the excitement levels must be building in the band.
Shit's getting real, totally. Oh mate, to be sharing the bill with the halo effect for a start. Holy crap, man! There's some legacy in that band, so it's just going to be unreal to be part of that bill and to be get to watch them every night. Beyond the Black, very exciting as well, and man, they've got huge numbers in Germany and around Europe. So, man, it's going to be great to see them, and of course Lagerstein. Wow,
By
pirate
the
metal.
way.
Bro, yeah, it looks intense and it looks like a hell of a lot of fun. Really does.
And if the name is anything to go by, mate, there's going to be plenty of beer flowing as well.
That looks exactly what's going to be going on. Yeah, plenty of drinking out of boots and that sort of carry on from what I can see.
Oh, I
But
guess
yeah, man, it looks like a hoot. It just looks like fun, and it's a diverse lineup of very cool acts. I think the crowd's in for a big treat.
Yeah, and of course you mentioned Froth and Fury as well. Like, that's the lineup from hell.
Yeah. Oh, bro, yeah, totally. I mean, I'm a huge Aussie music fan. Butterfly Effect, I've seen them in a tiny little bar here in Hamilton years ago. Stunk Lodo, I'm absolutely wrapped. They're getting back together. Of course, Emergency Raw, one of my faves at the moment. And we get to share the stage again with our mates, Alien Weaponry. And not to mention, it'll be my sixth time, I think, seeing Suicidal Tendencies. So, freaking
Oh, hell.
wrapped. Looking forward to it.
Okay, cool. And what can we actually expect from Devilskin at these shows?
Well, we've been working hard. We've got a little bit of new music under our belts and stuff, but we're going to be aiming for some pretty high impact sets. So yeah, a lot of energy and some brutal throat punches that we're going to disguise as songs.
I like that. And it's been a couple of years since Devilskin were last out here for your own headline shows, mate. So what's changed with the band in that time?
I guess we've all sort of grown. Well, you'd hope you grow and mature a little bit, but I mean, it's been a challenging couple of years for rock and roll in general, and we got a big kick in the nuts with the whole COVID thing. So it's been a good chance to regroup, work on new music, and just take things one step at a time. Made a little music video for the song "Let Me Breathe," and that's been getting some good reaction and stuff. Even though the radio stations over here think it's a little bit too heavy to play because it's got Jenny growling in it, but you get that. But man, we're just excited about the new music, and we're just getting it just feels better and better every time. Each tour we just get a little bit more tight. We've got some big plans for next year because around about July 2024, it's going to be 10 years since we released our debut album, We Rise. So we've been working on a few bits and pieces. We might even record some sneaky covers alongside some new songs, and yeah, we look forward to celebrating that as well.
Very good. And of course, one of the other big things that's changed is Nails is now a Gibson artist. So tell us about that and what it means.
Oh, mate, he's absolutely stoked. He sort of kept it under his hat for a while, but Gibson approached him, and he's always been playing the guitars. He's a Gibson nut, as I myself, but I've got a Dean endorsement. But no one ever expects to get to become a Gibson artist like that. So, yeah, it took him by surprise, and he kept it very quiet because he's actually a pretty humble dude. And yeah, when it was all sort of locked and loaded, and he'd ordered this beautiful twin neck 612 SG thing, goddamn gorgeous. And yeah, when that turned up, yeah, that's when it felt like things were real. And he's over the moon. I'm really stoked for him because he's worked real hard. There's a lot of guitar players that have, but I know this bugger, and he's got a true heart, and I'm really excited for him. Really good. And it's great to see the bigger labels actually, supporting the bands,
Yeah, it is.
getting
Yeah.
behind some names, you know what I mean, rather than just Slash or stuff like that.
And you mentioned this a bit before, mate, but we'll go into it a bit more detail. Like next year is going to be the 10th anniversary of your debut album, We Rise. So what sort of special things you got planned for that?
Yeah, well, at the moment we're just sort of throwing around some ideas, but looking likely that we might do a couple of EPs and put a sprinkle of new songs, some songs that we're going to remaster from We Rise, and maybe throw a couple of covers in there that we're probably playing on stage at that time. But we're just going to have a little play with them and see how it goes. We haven't really recorded covers before, but we haven't, so this will be pretty cool.
Oh, did you think that album still holds up a decade later?
Yeah, I really do. Yeah, I can't fault it after all this time. 10 years seems to be a long time, but it still sounds fresh and new and exciting when I listen to it. It's hasn't lost that magic for me at all.
Oh, and how would you say that Devilskin have grown musically as a band from that album to what you're doing now?
Oh, it's just a natural evolution. Sticking together for 10 years. I mean, everyone deserves a medal. It's hard in the rock and roll business as it is, but yeah, it's a milestone to be together that long, and you don't get to stay together that long without sacrifice and compromise and not being a dick. Basically, it helps that 3/4 of us are family, so are kind of cornered in that respect. But everyone just wants the same thing, it's as simple as that. We all strive to make the next record, to make the next video, to make the next tour, just to make stuff happen and to be a band. And that's I think where we're happiest and strongest. So I think the last 10 years it's just became more apparent, and we've dug in and worked hard. We've toured a lot, and we don't intend to stop anytime soon.
Now, before we let you go, bro, we've started up 3 new Spotify playlists to help our listeners get acquainted with the band. So, using Devilskin songs, can you give us a song to get the party started, a song to potentially save your marriage, and a song that could end your marriage?
Okay, Let Me Breathe could potentially end your marriage, possibly. Burning Tree might be the song that could potentially save your marriage. Yeah.
And how about one to get the party started?
The one to get the party started, it's got to be Do You See Birds?
All right, Paul. Well, thanks very much for your time, bro. You'll be out here in Australia in a couple of weeks. I won't be here, unfortunately, but best of luck with the run of shows, bro, and hopefully we catch you early in the new year.
Yeah, man, totally. I hope you have a great time in Japan. Hope things go off for the band there.